IELTS Speaking Part 1 is the easiest part of the exam, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't start with some amazing answers. So in this video, we will have a look at 4 Band 8 model answers on the topic of internet with the question, do you use the internet? At the end of the video, we will have a look at 3 different question types you have in Speaking Part 1 of the exam and which question type it was. Understanding the 3 different question types has helped all my students to better prepare and to get a better score. Before we have a look at the 4 different examples, let's first have a look at 3 different options you have on how you can use this video to improve your speaking. Option 1, listen to the 4 answers that I'm going to give you. Stop and pause from time to time. Take some notes while you're stopping and pausing. Look at the example answers below the video. Look at some of the language and the grammar used in the examples. Try to use some of it for your own language. Create your own answer. And then finally, practice saying your own answer. Option 2 is go through the practice with me. Pause the video. Answer the question yourself. Record your answer so you can compare your answer with my answers. Listen to my answers and compare my answers with yours. And then look at the language and the differences. Improve your answer using some ideas from my examples. And then say the answer again with improved language. And again, maybe compare the original with the second version. Option 3, just watch the video and listen to my answer. Maybe still have a look at the language used below the video and treat it a bit more like a listening practice, just to kind of have a relaxed listening and listen to the language. Whatever decision you make, at least you're here practicing, and that's what matters the most. So here is the question again. Do you use the internet? Now let's listen to the first answer. I don't think there are many people in the world who don't use the internet. I wouldn't be able to live without it. I'm constantly connected either through my phone, tablet, or computer. The only time I'm not really using the internet is when I'm sleeping. Now the second answer, and don't forget to focus on the grammar and the vocabulary. I live in a quite remote area, so it's challenging to have access to the internet. I do use it at work and we do have a connection at home, but there's no reception where I live, so I can't really use it on my phone. And now the third example. If you really like the video, give it a thumbs up. It really helps. Yes, I use the internet quite regularly. It's become an essential part of my daily life, whether it's for work, staying connected with friends and family, or simply accessing information and entertainment. I rely on it for so many things, from keeping up with the news to streaming my favorite shows and even shopping online. The internet has definitely made the world a more connected and more convenient place for me. And now the fourth and final example. Absolutely. I'm constantly online. It's just so convenient for everything, from staying updated with global events to connecting with friends and family across the globe. Whether it's browsing social media, streaming videos, or researching topics of interest, the internet is my go-to tool. It's amazing how much information and entertainment is at our fingertips these days. So yeah, I'd say I'm pretty hooked on the internet. Just remember that it's okay to be nervous at the beginning of the exam. It's normal. The examiners know that the exam is important for you, and at the beginning of the exam, they take it easy. Just don't memorize the answers to the questions. This will really give you a bad score. The examiners are trained to recognize memorized examples. Just use the language to practice and so to improve your grammar, your vocabulary, and by practicing you will also improve your fluency and your pronunciation. Like I promised, in Speaking Part 1 you have 3 types of questions. First, question type 1. What do you do in your free time? Do you enjoy reading? What was your worst subject at school? What do you like about your job? Do you like the area where you live? These are all very personal questions, and they're the rather easy ones to kind of get you to start talking. Question type 2, is it a large apartment house? Who do you live with? Are there many rooms in your home? What's your favorite room? Is it a quiet or noisy place to live? And so on. These are kind of follow-up questions on one question here, where do you live? And there are some other questions to follow up to go a little bit deeper into the conversation and ask you a bit more detailed questions. Question type 3, is your country popular with tourists? Is it bad to use the internet too much? What is a traditional meal in your country? What types of films are popular in your country? Do you think work-life balance is important? And so on. These type of questions are very similar to IELTS part 3 of the exam. They're a bit more general questions. They're still asking for your opinion, but rather not your personal experience, like, do you like reading? We're talking about, do people in your country like reading? So these are a bit more abstract and a bit more challenging. So here the examiner is trying to push you to use a bit higher and more complicated language. So here it's really important to kind of focus on and give some longer and more difficult answers. So which kind of question did we practice here? So we practiced the first type of questions, the personal ones. Do you use the internet? So focus on your own personal experience. No need to talk about your family, friends, or other things. Just answer, do you use the internet? You can talk about how often you use it, when you use it, how do you use it, on your phone or on your computer, for work or for pleasure, and what kind of things you do on the internet. I hope the practice was useful, and I would say practice some more and good luck with your exam.